Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for January the 19th. I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign. So if you know your sun sign, you get a little tidbit of information. If you know your sun, moon, and rising, you get a little bit more. And if you know all your planetary placements, you can actually get quite a bit of juice out of a short little video like this. So thank you guys for being here. Remember, we do still have a contest running, so put your comment below the video if you would like to enter into the contest. Now, what are we doing? Aries. You guys are starting off with the Seven of Pentacles today. This is just telling me that there is some type of payday that you're expecting to happen today, or you were expecting to happen today. It is not. There's going to be some type of delay on that. Okay. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Taurus, you guys have the Chariot card showing up here. This is just telling me that there is some type of movement or progress that is taking place today. Noticeable movement or progress. So you could actually be traveling, or you could be making progress on a project that you're working on. We like it either way. Next up is Gemini. Ten of Swords showing up in reverse, Gemini. This tells me that there's some type of long-term cause of tension or debate that you thought was over and done with. You thought that last sword had been stabbed in this thing and it was finally dead, but no, it is coming back up again today to be dealt with once again. So just giving you a chance to really finally put this to an end and get this settled and be able to move on. Okay, that's Gemini. Next up, let's look at Cancer. Cancers, you guys have the Lovers showing up. Woot, woot. This just tells me that you are collaborating with somebody in some type of partnership and really enjoying the benefits of that partnership as well. All right, next up, let's look at Leo. Leos, you guys have the Queen of Cups showing up in reverse. Whew. Leos, there's somebody in your sphere of influence, and I think you get to be front row center to witness this. Somebody in your sphere of influence who has been being very generous with somebody in their sphere of influence, and now they're seeing that that generosity is not actually helping the other person. Instead, it's making them more dependent on this person in your sphere of influence, and so they are cutting off generosity. It's coming up here because you get to be a just right up close witness on this whole big drama scene. I'm just thinking into, or feeling into, I should say, what your role is supposed to be in this scene. I think really you're a witness. You're a witness. And the way Spirit is saying you're a witness, I probably wouldn't open my mouth at all. I would watch everything go down, because I think doing anything other than witness just adds to the drama. Adds to the drama. Okay, so that's Leo. Next up, let's go with Virgo. King of Swords showing up here for you guys. This just tells me that you guys are really strategizing and focused on a particular target or goal today and really working out what it's going to take to reach that. Okay. Next up, we're looking at Sagittarius with the Fool card showing up in reverse. Sagittarius, this is just telling me that you have something that you started in the past, more or less as a leap of faith, not really knowing exactly where it was going to take you or what it was going to accomplish, but just knowing that you knew that you knew that you knew that you needed to do that thing. So today what we see with the Fool in reverse is now you're looking at whatever that leap of faith is from the past, and you're really evaluating, okay, should I continue on with this? Should I let it go? Have I gotten everything out of this that I'm going to get out of this, or is there more good juice left in this thing? And so with the Fool showing up in reverse, that tells me that you end up deciding that you want to keep going with it. And so you do, because you're expecting there is more good stuff coming out of whatever this is that you started as a leap of faith. All right, so that was for Libras. Next up, let's look at Scorpio. Scorpio's Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This just means we may be feeling like we're a little bit short on fundulation or cash, or we could be feeling like we're missing somebody, one or the other. For a few of us, there will be both of these happening, but for most of us, we'll have one or the other actually manifest today. Sagittarius. Judgment card in reverse, just telling me that there is an opportunity to do something that you have done in the past, to continue it forward, move it forward, and you are turning it down. You're saying no, thank you. All right, next up we're looking at Capricorn. King of Cups showing up in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, Capricorn, just tells me that you're not very happy about something going on within your sphere of influence today, and I think that you are you're letting people know it. I think that you are setting standards of behavior for most of you that you're expecting from people around you. You're setting some standards and you're letting people know that what has been going on is no longer flying and will no longer fly. All right, that's for Capricorn. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. Aquarius, you have double energy showing up here. This is just telling me that there is something that causes you fear or causes you temptation that you are facing today. And so with the card, when it comes in right side up, it does basically say that the way the energy is sitting right now, it would be very easy for you to be sucked in by this energy, be sucked into that fear or sucked into that addiction or that temptation. And so when we get a card like this earlier in the day, hopefully you're watching this earlier in the day, this is just kind of a heads up that, okay, we want to make a game plan. What are we going to do if this temptation, addiction, fear shows up? What are we going to do so that that thing does not dominate our lives? What are we going to do so that we can move forward in a healthy and productive way and not in a way that really ultimately is just going to tear us down? So it's a good idea, since we're seeing this card already, go ahead and make a game plan, know what you're going to do, maybe even have a backup plan and a backup to the backup plan about how you're going to handle any kind of situation that comes up so that it does not get the best of you. Okay, so that's for Aquarius. Next up, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, you guys have the Empress showing up in reverse. This is my card that talks about us manifesting exactly the opposite of what we want to manifest. And we do this when the Empress card shows up. We're doing this because we're focusing on what we don't want. We're thinking more about those things that we don't want than those things that we do want. So when we see this card, this is another card that gives us a heads up. We need to make some changes from what's in the energy right now. So if we catch ourselves focusing on those things we don't want or we're afraid of, then we want to switch that focus over to something that actually feels good, something that brings us happiness, and something that is easy to think about, that we enjoy thinking about. Okay? So thank you guys, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you to those of you booking readings and Reiki sessions with me. I love to get to know y'all in person, and I also appreciate all of you who are commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys all have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous day, and I will see you guys back on the next video. Peace out.